Hello everyone, and welcome to the Only Thing Gaming channel. In this video, we'll be covering the Summer Game Fest 2025. So, if you missed it, this should be a good recap to catch up with things. With that being said, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel as we're close to reaching 500 subscribers, and leave a comment. Without further ado, let's get right into it as there's a lot of games to go over, so enjoy watching. This show had a lot of announcements to go over, so I'll try to make it as concise as possible. The show started with revealing the top 10 selling games on Steam in the first 5 months of 2025. After that, we move on to trailers and announcements. Starting with Mortal Shell 2. The game is coming in 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam, and beta signups are open right now. Next, they announced a collaboration event between Fortnite and the world of Star Wars, and at the time of recording this, it's already out. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. We saw a small mysterious clip in the show and Hideo Kojima talked about the game on stage. He talked about Neil and Lucy characters and he didn't dive too deep into details as the game is coming out later this month, on June 26th to be exact. Chronicles Medieval. The trailer was narrated by Tom Hardy and the game is coming in 2026 as an early access on Steam. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. A new Sonic Racing game set to come out later this year on September 25th. Bandai Namco's brand new action RPG game, Code Vein 2, is set to come out in 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam. End of Abyss, a new title set to come out in 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series, and Epic Games Store on PC. Mouse P.I. for Hire. It's interesting to see Troy Baker voice acting in this game. The game is coming later this year for Steam, Xbox, PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. Game of Thrones War for Westeros. A real-time strategy game set to come out in 2026 on Steam. In this game, you don't see the story as it is. You get to decide who wins and who loses. This game is interesting because of its setting. I understand that not too many people like real-time strategy, but a game based on Game of Thrones could be different. From Mudfish, Atomic Heart 2. An FPS action-adventure RPG game, the game is coming for PC and consoles with no release date announced. Also from Mudfish, The Cube, an MMORPG shooter in Atomic Universe coming to PC and consoles, also with no specific release date. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, a retro beat-em-up game where you can pick between 15 Marvel characters to play. The game is coming to PC and consoles this holiday. From Capcom, Onimusha Way of the Sword. A new entry in the Onimusha series set to come out in 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam. Felt That Boxing is a comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action video game. Developed in Unreal Engine 5, the game is available on Steam with no release date announced. Killer Inn, a 24-player multiplayer game from Square Enix. They didn't announce any release date, but the closed beta is coming soon. Ark Raiders. They showed a trailer about the world of the game and they shared the release date. The game is coming later this year on October 30th for the PS5, Xbox Series, Steam, and Epic Games Store. Dune Awakening, a game that combines survival and MMO genres. The game is set to release on June 10th on Steam. At the time you're watching this, it's already out. Chrono Odyssey, a fantasy MMORPG coming for PS5, Xbox Series, Steam, and Epic Games, with a playtest available on Steam later this month for between the 20th and 22nd of June. MIO or Memories in Orbit, an upcoming Metroidvania platformer for the PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Steam, with a demo available right now for Steam and Xbox consoles. Out of Words, an upcoming co-op platformer game coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and Epic Games Store on PC, with no exact release date. Mafia: The Old Country got a trailer too. Less than 2 months separate us from this game as it comes out on August 8th for PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam. LEGO Voyagers, a co-op game that supports Friends Pass just like Split Fiction. The game is coming for PS5, PS4, PC, Xbox Series, and Xbox One. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny, an upcoming role-playing crossover game. The game is coming this fall for PS5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and Epic Games. Lies of P Overture, a story expansion for Lies of P. The expansion was released on the same day of the show for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and Steam. Fractured Blooms, a time loop life sim coming for Steam. The release date hasn't been announced yet. Blade & Soul Neo is now available on Steam, and Blade & Soul Heroes is coming in September for Steam. The Seven Deadly Sins Origins, an open-world anime RPG set in the universe of the Seven Deadly Sins. The game is coming for PS5 and Steam with no specific release date. Jurassic World Evolution 3, an upcoming construction and management simulation, coming later this year on October 21st for PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam. From the developers of Shovel Knight, Mina the Hollower. The game is set to come out later this year on October 31st with a demo that's available right now on Steam. Deadpool VR, a VR game for Deadpool's character, coming late 2025. Dying Light: The Beast, an upcoming survival horror video game set to come out on August 22nd this year for PS5, Xbox Series, Steam, and Epic Games. Mixtape, a musical video game set to come out on PS5, Xbox Series, Game Pass, and PC with no specific release date. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree is coming on September 19th, 2025 for the PS5, Xbox Series, Steam, and Nintendo Switch. Acts of Blood, an upcoming beat-em-up video game. Honestly, this game reminds me of Sifu. It's set to come out in the summer of 2026 on Steam. Scott Pilgrim EX, a brawling adventure across space, time, and the streets of Toronto, coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Steam, and Nintendo Switch in 2026. The First Descendant Breakthrough, available on PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam on August 7th. Scum, an upcoming survival multiplayer. The game is set to come out on June 17th for Steam. Mind's Eye was also shown here. The game launches on June 10th on PS5, Xbox Series, Steam, and Epic Games. At the time of recording this, I'm already playing the game, so stay tuned for the review. Lego Party, a new Lego game coming in 2025 for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. Wildgate. Wildgate is a PvP multiplayer shooter that blends tactical ship-to-ship combat with fast-paced first-person action. The game is set to come out on July 24th for the PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Blighted, from the creators of Guacamelee and Nobody Saves the World, coming soon on Steam with no specific release date. Ill or ILL, a first-person survival action horror game, coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam. No release date. Mecha Break, one of the most anticipated shooters, set to come out on July 1st for Xbox Series and Steam. Infinitesimals, built by a small 8-person studio, the game is coming in 2026 on PS5, Xbox Series, and Epic Games Store. Last Flag, a multiplayer team-based game. The game is coming in 2026 for Steam. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, a Souls-like action-adventure game developed in China, launching on July 24th for PS5, Xbox Series, Game Pass, and Epic Games Store. Wu Tang Rise of the Deceiver, a co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, coming to PC on both Steam and Epic Games Store with no specific release date. Cyberpunk 2077 is coming for Nintendo Switch 2. Into the Unwell, an action roguelike, no specific release date, but you can sign up for closed beta on Steam. Splitgate 2, a new battle royale game with Portal mechanics. The game is already out for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. Stranger Than Heaven, an upcoming action-adventure game originally announced at the 2024 Game Awards. The game currently does not have a set release date. Finally, the main event, Resident Evil Requiem or Resident Evil 9. Some of the shots indicate the series is returning to Raccoon City, but we'll have to wait until February 27, 2026 to find out, as the game is coming for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. This year's Summer Game Fest was one of the better ones in my recent memory. I'm mostly excited for Resident Evil Requiem, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, and Mafia: The Old Country. With all of that being said, we've reached the end of this video. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me what games you're most excited for in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of the two videos you see on your screen right now.